Well, we've talked about saving money on energy a lot of times on Scan FYI, but today, for the first time, we have a program that we're going to feature from New Jersey Natural Gas that will help you if you're a renter. And that's a big deal. So stay tuned. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Scan FYI. And good morning to my special guest today, Tim Doerrler from New Jersey Natural Gas. Hey, Tim.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having us. We're glad to be here.
Well, always remember that New Jersey Natural Gas is a founding sponsor of SCAN going back 33 years. That's pretty amazing. So, you know, we have a very powerful relationship, and that I feel really proud of that. So we love having you on. And, you know, we always talk about energy savings. And I mean, seriously, we're smack in the middle of, we're just finishing up post blizzard in our neck of the woods here in New Jersey. So this is a really good time to be talking about, if you haven't been paying attention to Tim before, today's the day. So you know what, before we even get into it, Tim, just give everyone a little bit of info about you and what you do at New Jersey Natural Gas, please.
Sure. With New Jersey Natural Gas, we have different programs. I'm an energy auditor. So I would go to people's homes or businesses and look for ways to try to save some energy, some money, make it more comfortable. But we have, you know, tons of programs that can help, you know, and we'd like to think we're more than just providing your gas. We're here to actually offer assistance with maybe utility bills for certain things, or maybe try to reduce bills or help customers, or the biggest one is to make it more comfortable.
Yeah, because who doesn't want to be comfortable in their own home? And often you're very comfortable until you get your bill. And so, yeah, by calling for an energy audit, you might find a way to make your home comfortable, and it will definitely have an impact on your bill. So first of all, let's talk about the Save Green program. Now, I have the phone number across the top of the screen. So if you are interested in taking advantage of any of these programs, the number on top of the screen, that's where you need to call. All right. So Tim, tell us about Save Green.
Okay, so we're the energy saving department or section of the gas company, trying to promote and encourage people to try to certainly reduce energy, but at the same time, you know, lower the bills, try to make it more comfortable. We have our programs out there. So inside Save Green, which is the savegreenproject.com website. So savegreenproject.com if you needed to go to us, which you also have a phone number there as well. The people here, we're here to help. So we have people taking inbound calls. If you have questions, give us a call. We'd be happy to answer any questions. We come out to your home. So first of all, you would call us. We wouldn't just show up at your house. You call us. We schedule an appointment. We come out to your apartment, your home, your condominium, whatever it may be. Okay, so we have different incentives for different types of buildings or structures or whatever it may be. But when we come out to your home, we want to try to assess your home. So you would schedule an appointment, and if you scheduled it, let's say for 9 a.m., we're going to be there for 9 a.m. We're not going to show up at 11:30. We're not going to be there at 7:45. So, you know, that's kind of important what the customer expectation would be. But
yeah,
we're out to your home, we're a guest of your home. So we're going to do everything we can to make sure people are comfortable. We will assess your situation and give you some helpful feedback, some tips, some energy saving measures that might improve on your utility bills, make it more comfortable. But one of the benefits we do when we walk into a home is we don't know what we're walking into. So we need some time to figure a few things out. Look at how the structure is built, or look at how the walls are structured, what you run your temperatures at. You know, that's a big thing. A lot of people, you know, you get that little wave going of people trying to say, oh, I keep my house at 68 degrees. Well, 68 might work for somebody who's maybe moving around a bit. If you're very agile, mobile, and you're out of your chair and you're actively moving around, you know, that might be fine. But Some people are at 70 or 71 or 73 degrees. Maybe they're still not warm.
Yeah.
So that number changes, and we want to try to do what we can to try to keep the heat inside the building. So we have things like foam gaskets. So when we come out to your location, we're going to try to encourage you to reduce some of those air leaks. This is a very thin little foam gasket. It goes in behind an outlet. Take an outlet cover off, put this on, screw the outlet cover back on. These are some energy saving measures that can reduce small leaks. Now, small leaks don't sound like a big savings. When we add up a whole bunch of these, now we're getting into larger leaks.
Right.
Every leak we help to reduce is going to be, more comfortable, reduction of that energy bill. So we want to try to help. When we come out to units, we have the programs for renters that we can do some measures like the foam gaskets. We can do a low flow shower head. So this is a shower head we can put in, possibly replace your shower head, providing everything's suitable for it. And it can reduce the amount of water being used. Now, the amount of water being used is two things. So this will increase the pressure, which will give you that nice force of water pressure at your head or your back, but it'll use less water to do it. So when you look at what's heating your water, whether it's electric or gas, we'd like to think we're the gas company, we're there for gas measures. If it's a gas water heater, these are great to reduce the gas bill. If it's an electric water heater, these are going to help to possibly reduce an electric bill. But everything helps. So we also have smaller aerators. So if we look at this is a smaller aerator for a faucet.
For your like for your kitchen sink?
Yeah, kitchen sink, possibly even a bathroom sink. We can put this inside this spout of your faucet, and it picks up the pressure, but it reduces the amount of water being driven through the faucet. So reducing the amount of hot water that might be generated, plus reducing the amount of the water bill. It's how many gallons less per month that you might be using water. So that's a big plus.
So, Tim, can we just go back to the whole idea here of these programs for renters? Because typically when you're a renter, you have no control over any of this stuff, or you don't think you do. But now this is really a great thing if you're a renter and you have to pay for your heat. So you make an appointment the same way as a renter, as a homeowner?
Yeah, you call us, you schedule an appointment. Wendy's going to set up the appointment.
Okay.
Try to figure out what works for your schedule, and then we're going to come out and we're going to make an assessment. So we have these QHEC assessments, which is a quick home energy checkup, and we're going to go into your building and try to do an analysis of the building, the apartment, the condominium, and figure out the windows, the walls, the ceilings, the floors, if there's insulation. We're going to try to do a fairly easy assessment without diving too far. We don't want to start picking apart a heating system or a water heater or an air conditioner, especially if a renter has no control over that.
Right.
What they have control over might be reducing the amount of water they use or reducing the air leaks inside their unit, which those foam gaskets can make a dramatic change or help inside the unit. And air leaks don't only happen on an outside wall. Some of them on inside walls can affect air leaks. They might come through the slab or through the crawl space or the basement up into the upper attic. So those help. One of the biggest things we can do to try to help customers is if we can upgrade insulation. But a lot of times we can't do that unless somebody has control over the attic or the basement or the crawl space. And in the case of renters, most cases the landlord would be responsible for that. So we can't necessarily make your landlord change things, but we can do certain things inside your unit that can encourage you to try to reduce some of your bills and make it more comfortable.
All right. Well, again, who doesn't want to be more comfortable in their home?
Yeah,
But, just something that you talked about, those little foam outlet covers.
Mhm.
Now, would you use that throughout your entire, your home or your apartment, not just even on an outside wall, which is the most obvious?
Yeah. So, the foam gasket, we can put them on inside walls. We have certain ones that have certain knockouts for just a switch, We have square ones if there's a certain application for the newer style square or rectangular outlets. So they have all different cutouts. It's just a piece of foam. It's compressionable foam, but they make a substantial difference, even though they're smaller and very small savings per box. You know, a typical apartment might have 25 of these boxes or 20 boxes around the apartment. You know, 20 small air leaks winds up being a bigger air leak. So we want to help.
Absolutely.
You know, and then we try to give an assessment. So it's not just the words coming out of a mouth. We try to, you know, leave some literature behind, some paperwork, some understanding, so people can get a better assessment. Now, we also have more in-depth audits, but those are typically designed for who's able to replace a heating system or a water heater or add insulation. In those audits, we would go more in-depth. We would run a blower door. We would give back an energy report that's a little more detailed, and we would try to encourage upgrading of heating systems or water heaters. And the reason we mention that is, you know, not everybody is a renter, and not everybody's a renter all the time. Some people move from a rental unit to an apartment to a house, you know, and they go through their life stages. And, you know I've rented in the past, and, you know, I want to be able to make simple changes. Those are fantastic.
Right.
But if I'm the owner, I want to maybe make some more dramatic changes. And if I'm going to do that, it's going to cost me a lot of money to do that. The gas company offers 0% loans. So if there was a need for an owner to replace some heating equipment or add some insulation or, you know, air seal the house to try to reduce air leaks, there's measures, there's programs for 0% financing and big rebates to try to reduce the initial cost of that. So those are some definite pluses.
So once again, whoever's listening, whether you're a landlord, whether you're a renter, whether you're a homeowner, call the Save Green phone number that's up on the screen, because that's your starting point for all of this, right, Tim?
Absolutely. And most people, you know, they don't know, they're not sure. I mean, we all have family. So we talk to friends, we talk to family. How many times, I know maybe because I work for the gas company, but I get calls from some of my family, some of my friends, some of my family's friends. So the obscure people I don't even know will call me and say, what should I do? Well, you know, we're trying to give you a fair assessment, but we're there to help. So those 0% loans are available whether you pick Chuck in the truck, Larry with the ladder, ABC Plumbing. It doesn't matter who you call. You know, we're not going to hold you to, oh, it has to be this guy. It doesn't have to be that guy.
That's good. Yeah.
The programs, you know, so we want to make sure that everybody understands, you know, it's not me coming out to install your new water heater or I don't do that type of work. You know, we come out for assessments of the homes and try to give you a fair understanding of your building, your apartment, your condo, and ways you can save on some of those utility bills. With the rebates, you know, we have individual rebates for a water heater or for a furnace. Those are fantastic. If you're going to upgrade an old boiler, but the financing makes it easy. So if I had a 5-year, you know, or a 7-year no interest loan, you know, to pay for those costs of those massive, expensive projects. If you're going to finance, let's say you're going to finance a new furnace, because you're going to have a gas measure involved, we may also be able to finance the air conditioner if that's going to be replaced. So if it meets a certain energy standard, the 0% loan can apply also to the AC unit, which is, you know, another large expense.
Right.
You can pay for it over time at no interest, you know, and again, you pick your contractor. We're not making you pick this guy or that guy. We just got to make sure we get all the ducks in a row, all the paperwork done. But, you know, we're here to help. So I would say, if you have the feeling of maybe not being comfortable or feeling a slight draft, or maybe you think that maybe there's nothing you can do. Okay, maybe there's nothing you can do, and maybe we could come out to your house or your condo or your apartment and we'll truly say, I'm sorry, there's nothing else you can do. But I wouldn't be surprised if we walked into your unit and found some simple measures that can reduce some of those utility bills and make it more comfortable. You know, if we can raise that temperature inside that unit from the drafts 1, 2 degrees, that could make a big difference, keeping the heat inside.
1 or 2 degrees of extra warmth in this cold weather, I would think that would make actually a big difference in your comfort level.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you know, we're talking heating right now. We're going to get away from the crazy conversation of air conditioning. But come summertime, you know, we want to try to reduce those air leaks again to try to not have the humidity being pulled right back into the house. So this is year-round savings. This is not just for the heating season. So we want to encourage, you know, these are good measures to try to do.
That's a good point, because everything that you're talking about, this is going to get you through your heating season and your air conditioning season. It isn't like you're going to have to do something else for your air conditioning. And of course, we're not thinking about air conditioning right now, but in a few more months, we will be. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, how many times did we hit that hot day in the middle of, you know, maybe April or May, that one obscure day? We don't need air conditioning, but all of a sudden it gets hot and you start to feel it. You know, maybe you don't feel it as much when you start to try to reduce some of those smaller leaks. And maybe you go a little longer not running the air conditioning, or maybe a little longer not running the heat, you know, into the wintertime, or you lower the temperature because now you're holding the heat in. So those are measures, you know, we want to try to encourage, but we certainly can't make you. I would say if you're not sure, call us. The best we can do is come out and say, you're right, there's nothing we can do for you. Or we can actually find some measures as simple as a low flow shower head that can try to reduce some of those utility bills. It wouldn't be dramatic, it wouldn't be massive, but when we start adding those up year after year after year, we might see some significant savings. Okay, you may not notice it right there that first day, but those are the things that we try to chip away at, try to help.
Over time, you'll see a savings, and that's what you have to focus on. I have one more note here to ask you about, Tim. You have an enhanced weatherization program.
Yes. So we have, if a customer were to come out or they were to find, let's say they owned the house or they owned the building and they want to try to reduce energy, we have programs for insulation, air sealing. They can also upgrade heating systems, water heaters. But in that program, we're using a BPI contractor to go in there and assess the building and figure out how to reduce the energy loss, you know, through the ceilings, through the floors, and also from the heating system, the cooling system, the water heater. Encompassed as a whole, there's substantial rebates. We got rebates, you know, significant with longer term financing at 0%. So significant money coming off the top of the job, and then you get 0% financing for 7 years, I believe it is. And again, call our phone number. They'd be happy to explain any part of that. And also our website, savegreenproject.com, has every bit of that. But those enhanced incentives, we have a slightly larger incentive for low to moderate income. So if we have a customer who has 4 children and they're struggling to make payments and get the bills by, if they meet a certain income threshold, and again, our phone number is there. I don't want to start quoting income levels.
Right.
Call our phone number. They'd be happy to explain what the levels are. But you get an added incentive of an extra longer term financing and a slightly higher rebate in some of the measures. So those are great. Those are helping those that need the help. So if you're making a little bit less, or maybe because you have so many dependents, that you can't make a go of it, we want to try to help chip away a little bit of those payments, or a little bit longer term financing. If we need to do that, it can help. But if you're not sure what to do, certainly give us a call. But I can say that with the family, the friends of the family that call, that have this question, that question, I always encourage them to just try to get us out to their unit. There's not much I can say to a friend or a family member or someone and say, oh, you should do this. Now, you should do certain things, but having the representative from the gas company, the energy auditor from New Jersey Natural Gas, coming out to your unit and try to fully explain what can be done, it's a way better assessment than I can ever do over a phone or try to, envision what your house might look like. But, we're here to help. I could say, just give us a call.
All right. Well, it all starts with a phone call, and the number again, it's on the screen, 877-455-6564. Give them a call, because if you don't call, you'll never know. You don't ask, you don't get. And you want to be warm, you want to save money. But I think this cold weather, hopefully this will drive people to make that phone call. And I love the zero interest. Come on, guys. Can't beat that. And if you're a renter, finally, I think that the time has come for that too. So it's all good. Okay. Well, again, Tim Doerrler from New Jersey Natural Gas. Always a pleasure to talk to you. So, I stay warm, Tim. Stay warm.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Okay. So remember, everyone, if it's important to you, it's important to us. I'm Andrea Tarr, and we'll see you next time on Scan FYI. Bye, everyone. Stay warm. Bye, Tim.